Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. We are live here in Arlington, Texas, and it looks like we are kicking it off here tonight with the almighty Bobby Lashley. The man that is the leader of the Hurt Business. He is here, and he will be addressing the heinous attack that he did last week to the Undisputed Champion Sami Zayn. If you guys didn't watch last week's episode of Monday Night Raw, this is what went down. So last week on Monday Night Raw, we had the rematch of WrestleMania. AJ Styles and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was able to figure out AJ Styles once again and retain his championship, but this man, Bobby Lashley, came out after the matchup and beat this man down. And it looks like hopefully we'll get some answers on why exactly Bobby Lashley did exactly what he did to the underdog, Sami Zayn, your undisputed champion. And we know tonight Bobby Lashley goes one-on-one with Kevin Owens in the main event. I can totally see why everybody loves Sami Zayn. Everyone thinks that they're the underdog. They can triumph, and they believe that Sami Zayn is the one, their prophet that they can look up to. Well, you know what, Sami? It's gonna all come to an end. I can tell you that. You got lucky. Sami, I've been watching over these last couple months, and you've gotten better and better, and you had your breakout moment. You won the big one at Elimination Chamber, and then you go into WrestleMania to successfully defeat the phenomenal AJ Styles, and you even beat him last week, and you think you're on cloud 9, but I'm bringing you back down to earth, back to reality. I haven't been able to reach my moment just yet in my WWE career, and I know it's taken you a very, very long time, and to be honest, I respect that you were finally able to get to the top of the mountain. But there's a saying, Sami, that it's easier to get to the top of the mountain than stay at the top of the mountain. And you beat a pipsqueak known as AJ Styles. But I'm a whole different animal. I'm the almighty Bobby Lashley. Sami, I'm assuming you're here tonight, so I want to make sure you have one thing in your mind. You can run, you can hide, but you cannot escape the inevitable. Sooner or later, you're going to face the consequences of your actions. And when that moment comes, I'll be waiting, ready to unleash a world of hurt like you've never experienced before. Consider last week to just be a warning, Sami. The clock is ticking and your time is running out as undisputed champion. And I plan on taking out your good buddy Kevin Owens later on tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to kick off Monday Night Raw with our first matchup here. We just did hear from Bobby Lashley to actually kick off Monday Night Raw, as there is Christian Cage. This first match since the WWE draft. Christian Cage ultimately able to put an end to the WWE career of Edge. So we'll see how Christian will be faring here on Monday Night Raw, formerly of Smackdown, back here on Monday Night Raw. And it seems like maybe this could be a one-off between him, Christian, and Randy Orton. We've already seen them go at it one-on-one on SmackDown before, with Christian getting the upper hand. But since Christian and Randy Orton have fought one-on-one, this is a whole different Randy Orton in the terms of what he's brought to the table. He is the Mr. Money in the Bank here for Monday Night Raw. Can cash in anytime, any place. Could maybe do it tonight if Sami Zayn is able to come out here and support his good buddy Kevin Owens in the main event later on tonight. Or Randy could cash in, at the pay-per-view in 3 weeks of Extreme Rules. You just never know. I'm sure the Viper will be calm, cool, and collected when it comes to that, as there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton. one of the best to ever do it. He is a former WWE champion, former tag team champion as well, and quite honestly could say he literally could be the next undisputed champion in the future. But the question is, like we've said, when will Randy decide to cash in that briefcase? We'll find out in the near future. You never know with Randy, but we do have a huge night from top to bottom. We're scheduled to be hearing from Drew McIntyre. He will be calling out D-Generation X. It was supposed to happen to kick off Monday Night Raw, but it's been pushed back a little bit into this episode, so we'll see how that's going to fare between McIntyre and DX. Drew McIntyre wants an answer. He challenged D-Generation X to a gauntlet matchup at Extreme Rules, a 1-on-3 matchup essentially, and a gauntlet matchup, and it's with 3 brutal dudes in that matchup that we have with Braun Breaker, Big E, and Shinsuke Nakamura, all of D-Generation X. That is a tough pill to swallow for sure, but Drew McIntyre, the man that he is, he's a fighter, and he wants to put down D-Generation X once and for all. He wants a gauntlet matchup, and we'll see if D-Generation X answers here tonight on Monday Night Raw. But we are getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, for this matchup to kick us off here. Here we go. Randy Orton and Christian, 1-on-1. Referee has officially rung the bell. Here we go. Oh goodness, we're starting off with a suplex to kick us off pretty fast here. And for Christian, he wants to get in that World Championship picture as soon as possible. Obviously, we know, ladies and gentlemen, for our upcoming Extreme Rules pay-per-view, that is just Monday Night Raw branded pay-per-view. We do have some championship matches already confirmed for that. We already know Ricochet and Braun Strowman will be defending those tag team championships very, very soon against Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly were able to win a match last week here on Monday Night Raw. As Christian through the bottom or the middle rope, but Randy able to, luckily for him, able to push him out the way and right in the steel steps. This is where this could be very, very bad for Christian here. This is what Randy wants, to decimate his opponent outside the ring. But as this continues, ladies and gentlemen, like we mentioned, the Raw Tag Team Championship is already confirmed. Like we mentioned, Ricochet, Strowman defending against Pretty Deadly. Also, European Championship will be on the line as JD McDonough is, oh my goodness, I speared through the middle rope there. Christian putting it all on the line. JD McDonough, though, your European champion, will be taking on Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso, 1-on-1 at Extreme Rules. Really looking forward to that matchup. Also, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defend their women's tag team championships against Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville in 3 weeks' time. We do got to figure out what the women's situation is going to be looking like for that women's world championship. Bianca Belair won the women's world championship back away from Asuka last week, but Rhea Ripley got involved after the matchup and would lay waste to the champion as a pinfall. Referee is right in position, but a strong kick out from Randy. So we'll see if Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley may be colliding at Extreme Rules. It'll be very interesting for that. Also, Sami Zayn, your undisputed champion. We haven't had anything confirmed just yet, but we'll have to wait and see if possibly we get a Sami Zayn Bobby Lashley matchup for the Undisputed Championship as a frog splash misses Randy Orton now. This could be the moment he needs to get back in this matchup. Showing that agility here. Perfect scoop slam there from Randy. That is vintage Randy Orton. And let's see if Orton can get himself back in this matchup. Perfect opportunity for Mr. Money in the Bank, Randy Orton, right now to put away Christian and maybe put an end to Christian, maybe even hopes of trying to climb up that ladder here in WWE. Ooh, a big stomp to the face. Randy now with a pinfall. Will this be it? 2. No, Christian kicks out. Christian not going to go down just like that, but he may go down to this if Randy can connect with a dangerous RKO. Is this enough to put away Christian? Yes, it is. Randy Orton picks up a big win tonight. Gets a little bit of redemption, some revenge over Christian tonight. Big win for Randy Orton. Had to dig down deep tonight, but that is why he is Mr. Money in the Bank, and is going to be maybe your future undisputed champion. As it seems like, I'm being told D-Generation X is here, and they are ready to give an answer to Drew McIntyre. You want all 3 of us at Extreme Rules in a gauntlet match. You must be stupid. Drew, I honestly thought for someone that's been in this business and accomplished as much as you have, to even want this type of match, you have to be crazy. But if you're crazy, we can get crazy. Braun, Big E, myself will tear you apart. You're not even going to make it through one of us. So good luck, McIntyre. You're going to need a lot of that Scottish warrior inside of you. You just confirmed it with Raw General Manager William Regal. And you know what? I will kick off that match with you, Drew. So there's no way, like I said, you get past us. We'll see you at Extreme Rules, boy. Well, Drew got exactly what he wanted. He's going to get himself a gauntlet matchup at Extreme Rules. It will be Drew McIntyre against all 3 members of D-Generation X. That being the leader of D-Generation X, Shinsuke Nakamura, Big E, and the badass Braun Breaker. Hopefully, something goes well for Drew, because he's going to need all the help that he can in that matchup. But as that is confirmed, we are going to go to another matchup right now that is confirmed. Shayna Baszler taking on Sonya Deville. Really looking forward to this matchup with that MMA background of both these women. But also, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey will be defending those women's tag team championships against Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Really looking forward to how that's going to turn out, ladies and gentlemen. Should be a outstanding matchup, as Ronda and Shayna have been working as a cohesive unit so far as the tag team champions. And we did get it confirmed that the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions will be officially coming back to NXT, so the Undisputed Women's Tag Team Championships are no more. You get, obviously, the Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler are still known as Women's Tag Team Champions, and obviously NXT will finally have that, and we'll see by NXT Spring Break-In who exactly will be the Women's Tag Team Champions. All the champions, or a lot of women's tag teams on there finally, so it's going to be nice to really see how that's going to pan out. But I'm really looking forward to see how Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green will be able to work as a duo in this matchup, to see how exactly, this match is going to go, because you got, Sonya Deville, a complete badass in what she brings, but she can only be badass enough. She's going to need a lot out of Chelsea Green. I'm not saying Chelsea Green can't defend for herself, but she's going to have to pick up some slack in that matchup for sure. Here we go, referee rings the bell. Oh, big kick. Big kick here from Shayna Baszler, and already going to turn it in to the submission magician here, Shayna Baszler. But, oh wait, holding that left knee a little bit longer than usual. Referee might want to check on Sonya there, as John Cone is the referee for this matchup. Great to see a lot of referees being used this year. Oh, look at Chelsea Green being involved, bringing out Shayna Baszler. Could be a very interesting concept of pulling out your opponents out of the ring. Usually you maybe pull out your partner to kind of give them a motivational speech, or saying, hey, you got this. But pulling out your opponent, I mean, that's a whole different ball game. As Baszler with a devastating spear to the outside there. That definitely hurt. Sonya Deville needs to get back inside this ring here. Oh, looks like Ronda's going to try to get involved as well. Referee was at a 6, but luckily both women are in the ring right now. Ooh, Sonya Deville bouncing right off there. And that, I think a big win tonight for Sonya to beat one half of the women's tag team champions is what Sonya definitely needs, and the team of Sonya and Chelsea Green definitely need heading in to that Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It's going to be massive. And I'm getting word, ladies and gentlemen, that all the matches that will be confirmed going in to Extreme Rules, the premium live event, will be Extreme Rules. Not only is the event called Extreme Rules, all of the matches will be Extreme Rules matches. So either they'll have their own little, chairs, tables, whatever it may be, but also, they're going to have an extreme element to it. Shayna Baszler with a vicious knee strike. And now that ground and pound game is not what Sonya Deville wants, especially with how dangerous Shayna Baszler is in the middle of that ring, ladies and gentlemen. Baszler looking to continue to go to work here. Uh-oh. Here we go. Has her up. Dude, turns her inside out. Shayna Baszler might be able to put her away right there, but she's not done. She wants to put the cherry on top of the sundae, and she very well might do it, as now she's going to try to make Sonya Deville tap out here. But there is a rope break, unfortunately, for Shayna Baszler. Sonya Deville barely moving right now. Took a lot out of her. If I'm Shayna Baszler right now, I'd go for the pinfall. But it seems like she wants to do more damage. Send a message to the contenders for those women's tag team championships. Because going to town is Shayna Baszler, man. Those strikes are so vicious, man. Referee might want to keep an eye on that head area of Sonya Deville, because too much damage. You get a concussion, broken nose, anything. Even some loose teeth for sure. As now Baszler, high-risk situation. Will it work out in her favor? And it does. Big axe handle takes her down. All the momentum in the world going to Shayna Baszler at the moment. Oh, wait a minute. Baszler, being taken down there with a vicious spear there from Deville. And now, goodness, right off that apron. That won't feel good, I can tell you that. Especially the hardest part of the apron, as Deville bringing her own strikes as well. This is going to be one of those matches where you're going to see so much viciousness in the terms of physicality between these brutal women that have that MMA background. As Deville tosses Baszler back in the ring, Deville needs to figure out something quickly. Obviously Rousey looked like taking off that top turnbuckle, and Baszler is going to make Deville pay. So as this matchup wouldn't have a knockout type of stipulation to this, with just how vicious these strikes have been, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a non-titled tag team matchup, as we're going to be seeing the OC taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions, that being Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Also, there was an announcement, ladies and gentlemen, for a new look for the Raw and Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Look at this. Pinfall opportunity for Shayna Baszler. Will this be enough? 2, 3, and it is. Shayna Baszler with a big win, sending a message to the challengers here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Will Baszler and Rousey be able to continue this momentum these next couple weeks and ride it into that Extreme Rules pay-per-view? We'll have to wait and find out, but it seems like we're going to get ready for that tag team matchup we were just talking about. And like we were talking about in that matchup, there is going to be a new design to the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships, ladies and gentlemen. As there is Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, the only club that matters. And for Gallows and Anderson, they're really trying to figure out what's been going on with AJ Styles, man. He's a whole different animal. The question is, will Gallows and Anderson go in that same direction as their leader, or will Gallows and Anderson and even Mia Yim kind of walk away from that situation and be a situation to really look into? But certainly, ladies and gentlemen, the new look for the tag team championships will be nice. It will. We've already kind of shown you what it will be looking like, but for Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, the tag team championships for Monday Night Raw will be known as the World Tag Team Championships, and for SmackDown, they will be known as the WWE Tag Team Championships. So a lot of the, I guess you could call the old school, in the, I guess you could say early 2000s of Raw and SmackDown, bringing that back. And we'll see at Extreme Rules who exactly will be walking out with those tag team championships. Will the World Tag Team Championships be around these two gentlemen, Ricochet and Braun Strowman, or will it be Pretty Deadly walking out as the World Tag Team Champions? We'll have to find out, but currently the Raw Tag Team Champions have to face a very experienced tag team in the OC, the former Raw Tag Team Champions, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, NXT Tag Team Champions. The OC have done it all here in the series and only continue to look for more gold. More gold equals more money. But for Strowman and Ricochet, they don't want to be known as a fluke tag team, that that gauntlet match was the only reason why they, won those Raw Tag Team Championships. As here we go, we got Gallows and Strowman, two big dudes going at it to kick us off here. Referee rings the bell. Here we go, and Strowman coming right out of the gate, showing you who the better big man is in that moment. And man, making that look so easy. Luke Gallows, a man 300 plus pounds, being tossed around like a cruiserweight, ladies and gentlemen. That is not something that can honestly easily be done, but it is right here, right now, here live on Monday Night Raw, as Gallows with a big boot, decapitating and taking down Strowman here. And obviously Pretty Deadly got to be in the back watching this matchup, kind of watching and seeing what they need to do to pick up a big win in their tag team careers. Pretty Deadly, our former NXT Tag Team Champions. We'll see if they can become the World Tag Team Champions live there at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It's a big knee miss there from Carl Anderson. You do not want to give Braun Strowman even an inch to get himself back in this matchup. Here we go, big tag, as there is big man Luke Gallows watching on. Uh-oh, Strowman, oh goodness, big axe handle taken down. Carl Anderson and Ricochet going to continue to go to work here. Now Strowman going to focus back on Carl Anderson. Good idea. You gotta focus on your opponent and not their opponent's tag team partner. At least right now, make sure they're down and out long enough to obviously go after them. You don't want to put all your focus on one person and then the legal competitor hit you with a roll-up or something like that. Is now Ricochet. Here we go. The one and only big pinfall opportunity in this matchup. Two. Big kick out from Carl Anderson. Ricochet is just so talented, man. And for him to finally win a championship here in WWE, and that being the Raw Tag Team Champions with Braun Strowman, certainly probably wouldn't have been the first championship I would have thought Ricochet would have won here in WWE, but I think, get that first grasp of a championship, I think it's going to only go up from here. Ricochet has so much untapped potential. He certainly has had some big wins in his career, and certainly, obviously, like I said, that winning that Raw Tag Team Championship only made it better. And certainly that big championship defense coming up at Extreme Rules is Ricochet head scissors takedown there of Luke Gallows. And now Gallows swinging that right knee. tell you that not gonna be feeling good, especially when a bigger guy does it to a smaller superstar, having more power and more strength to it, does even more damage in those situations. As here we go. Time for some magic right there with that big stun gun kick to the head of Ricochet. Ricochet needs to get a tag. Can he get it? Yes, he does. Here comes the monster of all monsters going at it. Both men not able to capitalize on something, but Strowman now looking to get something going in his opponent's corner. Ooh, and Strowman with a big haymaker to Gallows. He saw Gallows was trying to get involved there. I think Strowman and Ricochet may want to use some frequent tags, and I don't blame them. You got to keep your opponents on your toes there. There's a big axe handle there. We got that sold-out venue, ladies and gentlemen of this crowd. It's been a great night. Here we go, pinfall, middle of that ring, but still not enough to put away Carl Anderson just here. And now let's see what Ricochet wants to do here. Just trying to slow down Carl Anderson as much as he can. Kind of have to. I mean, the guy's very lethal. He's one of the most dangerous cutters in the game. Obviously, Randy Orton having one of the best, if not the best, on this whole entire branding as a double backstabber there to Anderson. But now Anderson able to get that hot tag, and now the two big men going at it. Gallows with a big DDT. Going Gallows capitalizing again. This is what Gallows and Anderson want right now. They want to be able to take down the current tag team champions. They want to be next in line. They want to skip the line if they have to. And maybe it would be too sweet. And now Gallows Irish whipping him, and just like that, a big boot. Referee perfectly in position, but just like that, not enough to put away your opponent. Gallows, high risk, high reward. Gallows, big frog splash, big man on big man violence there. Pinfall, shoulders are down. 2. No, Strowman kicks out. Strowman kicks out, and Gallows cannot believe it. Do you blame him, though? And now the frustration is brewing on the big man. And now for Gallows, what do you do? What do you do? You know, Strowman is taking a lot of damage from you, and it still has not been enough. Here we go, STO reversal. That may help him out. Ricochet was desperately trying to get Strowman to get himself over there, but ultimately didn't work out in his favor. Strowman now, will he get the tag? Very close, trying to get to the corner. He's slowly trying to, but Gallows has him just enough to where he can't really move. And now Gallows, are they going to pick up a win over the Raw Tag Team Champions? Pinfall, 2, 3. The OC with a massive win tonight over the Raw Tag Team Champions. What can you say, man? Despite the OC not being the ones challenging for the Raw Tag Team Champions, they show you why they are Grand Slam Tag Team Champions for a reason. How is it that one of your best tag teams that got drafted here to Monday Night Raw wasn't even in the #1 contenders match last week? This week we knock off the Raw Tag Team Champions, and guess what? No opportunity, but now we're going to throw out a challenge. And that challenge is to Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly, this is a simple challenge. We beat you, we get added to that Raw Tag Team Championship match at Extreme Rules. If you beat us, it stays the same. Pretty Deadly versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet. What do you say, William Regal? What do you say, Pretty Deadly? Sound fair? Bianca Belair. Did you like what I did to you, Bianca? It's a pretty shame that you're not here tonight, because I'd send a message to you through violence once again, but I think I'll show you a message in a different way when I go one-on-one with Piper Niven in just mere moments. Bianca, I've been hearing all this hype about you for years, about you being the EST of WWE, but I've got some news for you. In my world, there's only one alpha female, and that's me, Rhea Bloody Ripley. So if you're good as you say you are, how about you prove it in the ring with me? Let's see if you can handle the nightmare that is Rhea Bloody Ripley. Live there, Extreme Rules for that Women's World Championship, Bianca. I know you may not be 100%, but hey, that's your MO. You're always fighting and scratching and clawing to get to the top, but it's going to be a damn shame to take that championship away from you. I'll be waiting for your decision very, very soon. Toodaloo. Mommy out. I certainly would love to have ourselves a Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley matchup. That would certainly very well could main event the pay-per-view of Extreme Rules, but we'll have to wait and find out, as there is Piper Niven, ladies and gentlemen, looking to climb up the rankings here in Monday Night Raw. William Regal has a lot of great things to say about this woman, as she is a former NXT Women's Champion, and we'll see if Piper Niven can maybe become Women's World Champion one day. But tonight, Piper Niven goes one-on-one with Rhea Bloody Ripley, and this matchup is going to be two hosses going at it, two women that are just absolute units when it comes to just strength, power, and even agility at times as well from both women. So I'm really looking forward to this back and forth matchup between Piper Niven and Rhea Ripley. Be all about that Riptide tonight, possibly. Certainly the Judgment Day have all the gold at this moment, well, at least most of it, I should say, with obviously JD McDonough being your European champion. He relinquished the Intercontinental Championship last week and asked William Regal, hey, Damian Priest won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He needs to use his challenge eventually. Why not give Damian Priest that and, take away his opportunity? And that's what Regal did. So we'll see how Damian Priest fares as Intercontinental Champion, and we got to see for Damian Priest in that Intercontinental Championship, who is his challenger gonna be? Will we find out who his challenger is tonight? Will we, find out next week, or even on the Go Home show? Hopefully we'll figure out something soon. But Damian Priest, JD McDonough, both champions in the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley looking to come after the Women's World Championship. Obviously, Finn Balor would love to get that Undisputed Championship as well. And you can't forget about Dijak as well in this group. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. John Cone will be calling the action here tonight. Live on Monday Night Raw's Piper Niven showing off the strength early on, tossing Rhea Bloody Ripley around. And certainly for Rhea Ripley, up and down, certainly, especially the Judgment Day, but I think, this 2024 could be her year. She has everything that you look for in a competitor. And she even has the promo. She has that it factor. And especially with the Judgment Day, especially if you have managers at ringside and everything, it's definitely going to be the Judgment Day season possibly this year if, they're able to, pick those big matchup wins, what they need. The group is just so talented, so much untapped potential in that group, and so much future in that group. So Rhea Ripley looking to go high risk here, possibly. Ripley over the top rope and down goes Piper Niven. How good Rhea Ripley is, man. She can do it with the best. She can go against those high flyers. She can go up against the best of the best. She can do the power. She can do the strength. She can do the agility and anything else you can think of. Is Dominic Mysterio talking some trash to Piper Niven here at ringside. If I'm careful, if I'm Dominic, I don't get anything. I don't even get close to Piper Niven. Piper could literally throw him around. She could literally throw him up towards the ramp area, towards the stage. How strong she is. And Rhea Ripley just putting a pounding right now on Piper Niven at this moment. Now Piper trying to fight back, and she does at the moment. Both these women need to start getting back inside the ring before maybe a possible count out here. It'd be a damn shame. The referee, it looks like, was at a 7, but luckily for us, no count out right now. As that face buster didn't really do too much, and Rhea Ripley right back up to her feet. It shows you how dangerous Rhea Ripley is. You know, she gets her face bounced off the mat, and it's just that pure adrenaline that goes through these competitors. It's just like pain. They won't feel it until they get to the end of the matchup and get into the actual, locker room, and get changed. Adrenaline is a hell of a thing. There's now Niven with a rebound, shoulder bounce off. There, takes down Rhea Ripley. Can Piper get herself back in this matchup? Uh-oh, here we go, big power slam. Oh, almost like a Michinoku driver of sorts. Takes down Rhea Ripley. Is this enough? No, strong kick out from Rhea. And now this is where Rhea Ripley has to figure out something very, very quickly here. Uh-oh, Dominic Mysterio getting involved here. Oh, and Piper Niven trying to go high risk right there with that suicide dive. Did not work out in her favor. Especially something like that. You got to be very, very sure that something like that would work out in your favor. And now, Piper, big time back suplex takes down Rhea Ripley. And now this is where Dominic Mysterio comes into play here. Rhea Ripley from behind. The power, the strength, the just absolute dominance of Rhea Bloody Ripley there, ladies and gentlemen. And now, looking for that Riptide to put away Piper Niven. Pinfall opportunity. 1, 2, 3. And you guys can give thanks to Dominic Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen. That was all Dominic's doing right there to get Rhea Ripley back in this matchup. And big win for Rhea Ripley on Raw. Thanks to Dominic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here live on Monday Night Raw, as we are 3 weeks away from the Raw Premium Live event known as Extreme Rules. The almighty Bobby Lashley is here, and he is looking to dethrone Sami Zayn in 3 weeks, if that match happens to get confirmed. But Bobby Lashley tonight looks to send a message to Sami Zayn through his best friend, Kevin Owens, tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Lashley had a lot of big words earlier on tonight to kick us off here on Raw. Really looking forward to see how Lashley will look to back that up. There's times when superstars go out of their way and, they attack their opponents from behind after the matches and all that stuff. And later on, it doesn't really go out in the favor for him. But for tonight, Lashley's going up against his best friend. And certainly you're going to have a pissed off Kevin Owens here tonight. And it's going to get very physical, but Bobby Lashley could use that to his advantage. So, wait a second. Got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens entrance music. Let's see if Sami Zayn will be accompanying Kevin Owens down to the ring. And yes, it is Sami Zayn with that Undisputed Championship. Usually Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they're kind of more of different in their personalities, but tonight it seems like they may have switched spots, it seems like tonight. But Sami Zayn does seem like he is a little pissed off. Kevin Owens maybe not taking Bobby Lashley too seriously, whatever it may be. But this is going to be a very physical matchup. Sami Zayn certainly not 100%, but tonight he'll be here ringside accompanying his best friend in the middle of this ring as Kevin Owens takes on Bobby Lashley. The Almighty versus Kevin Owens. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. This is your main event of the evening. The prize fighter, Kevin Owens, taking on Bobby Lashley. Big time matchup between these two. Obviously, Kevin Owens would love to climb up the rankings here for the World Championship. Obviously, good friend Sami Zayn looking to obviously get revenge for his partner. Probably have, I guess you could honestly say that, you know, he's not obviously going to go after his partner for the championship, obviously right now, or, you know, down the road at all. But this is all about revenge and having to deal with this BS that Bobby Lashley did last week. Lashley setting up in the other corner. Big spear right to the ribs. And now this is where Lashley gets so damn dirty here. He's the leader of the Hurt Business. He has the Street Profits and Apollo Crews in his group. Will 2024 be the year of the Hurt Business, ladies and gentlemen? Certainly about to find out, because we are literally 3 weeks away from that big pay-per-view known as Extreme Rules. Every match will have an extreme stipulation to it. You know, it could be no holds barred. It could be chairs match, tables match. You just never know when it comes to some of this particular stuff, ladies and gentlemen. As now Owens, from behind, right there, trying to grab his head easily and able to at that particular moment. As this matchup continues, like we said, this is your main event. We have a lot of big stuff coming your way next week here on Monday Night Raw, as we will be determining who will be Damian Priest's #1 contender to his Intercontinental Championship. As Andrade will be taking on Bronson Reed, as well as Ilya Dragunov in a triple threat matchup as a flatliner takes down Kevin Owens. But a massive triple threat matchup next week here live to determine that. Also, the #1 contender, Jey Uso, #1 contender to the European Championship. He will be taking on the Judgment Day's own Dijak next week. Also, Shinsuke Nakamura, the leader of D-Generation X, will be looking for a tune-up match, as Nakamura will be in singles action against R-Truth. The big pinfall, hook of the leg. Here we go, pinfall. And, Owens almost losing that matchup there. 2.99 right there. Very close. And the Almighty about to go crazy here. This ain't good. Lashley setting it up. Here we go. Spear! Turning Owens inside out. 2. No, Owens kicks out. And now this is where Lashley has to figure out something very, very quickly. He's pandering to this crowd, rubbing it in Arlington, Texas's crowd right now. But certainly Lashley's been known for not being able to necessarily be able to finish a match. There's been matches he's dominated over the years, but he hasn't been able to put his opponents away. It's only bad flaw of Bobby Lashley throughout the years, unfortunately, as those big matches, he just has not been able to, finish them off. And now, big super kick right to the ribs, but now Lashley and Owens going to go at it. Oh, goodness, right off the top of that apron, man, the hardest part of that ring. I can tell you that is not the best part of the ring to be getting hit on. Definitely better to get hit in the ring than outside of it for sure. And now Lashley just going to focus on every limb in the body if he has to at this particular moment. Both men need to start getting back inside this ring. Lashley realizes he's back inside the ring at the moment. Referee, are we going to have a count-out victory here? Yes, we do. Bobby Lashley picks up the win over Kevin Owens. Not the particular way you want to end Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, but Bobby Lashley wins via a countout live here. And look at just rubbing it in the face of Sami Zayn. That's just poor from Bobby Lashley. Oh, and look at Lashley. He's telling Sami Zayn to get himself inside this ring. And Sami saying, hey, you want it? You want this right now? Why don't you come over here? Uh-oh. Here we go. This ain't going to go well for somebody here. And no, Sami, no, spear to Sami Zayn. Seems like this is what Lashley wanted, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what Bobby Lashley wanted. And a big boot just turning Sami Zayn in, sign out. You got Charles Robinson out here trying to break this up, certainly. But if I'm Charles Robinson, I get the hell out of here, grab whatever referee buddies you have, and figure out something. Kevin Owens, they had the referees take him to the back. I don't know if he's got something going on right now, but certainly right now you got Lashley taking it, unfortunately, to Sami Zayn right now. Can we get somebody besides these referees that are not able to do something about this? Oh no. Lashley lining up Sami Zayn. Spearing Sami Zayn right against that barricade, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. This is just uncalled for. Can we get somebody? If Owens is not able to, then what the hell's going to go on here? And look at Lashley just toying. Lashley doesn't give any craps whatsoever here. This is all about what Bobby Lashley wants to do, making sure his opponent will be easy pickings there at Extreme Rules. And do you blame him? Lashley has not been able to get the job done. Lashley believes this should be his moment. He should be the one hosting, having the main event matches, having the marquee matches. But no, it is Sami Zayn right now. He's the top guy in all of WWE. But that may be going downhill right now because of what Bobby Lashley wants to do here. Lashley setting up Sami Zayn, the Undisputed Champion, and he just tore him in half. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Money in the Bank, Randy Orton. He is here, and he has that Money in the Bank briefcase in hand. Are we going to see a new Undisputed Champion? Is he about to cash in? Bobby Lashley has taken Kevin Owens out of the equation with the count-out victory. Have not seen Kevin Owens since. Sami Zayn is down and out at ringside. Bobby Lashley is standing right by him, it seems like they're at ringside, so it seems that we may be having a cash in here live on Monday Night Raw. Are we going to have a new Undisputed Champion? It has only been a couple weeks after WrestleMania. Randy Orton has taken his time, and understandably so. He's not going to rush this decision. But certainly he has a decision to make right now. Is he going to cash in right now? Bobby Lashley has laid waste to Sami Zayn in the middle of that ring, and now has even tossed him outside of the ring to make sure that Sami goes nowhere. Like we're saying, this is a big decision. Randy Orton has not been WWE Champion in over 7+ years, give or take. One of the best to ever do it. He's a multi-time tag team champion, but he's not won the big one in quite a long time. But tonight could be the night that we see Randy cash in that briefcase. And now Randy has to make a decision. Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton face to face here. And oh, wait a minute. Maybe Randy suckered Bobby Lashley in. Or maybe he's just going to take Bobby Lashley out of the equation. Don't really know, but I guess we're about to find out.
Gonna have ourselves an all-out brawl here. It seems like Mr. Money in the Bank taking out Bobby Lashley here. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time and place, apparently, for Randy to make a statement. Take out Bobby Lashley, and then maybe, just maybe, you take out Sami Zayn afterwards as he just powerbombs him right on top of the announce table. Is Randy Orton basically saving Sami Zayn? But the question is the cash-in still available here? Don't see Sami Zayn anymore. And now Randy Orton with another RKO. Randy Orton taking out the Almighty. And like we're saying, the question is here, ladies and gentlemen, is Randy the one saving Sami Zayn from even more embarrassment by being dominated by Bobby Lashley here tonight? Back in the ring we go. This is only going to get worse for the Almighty, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh no, Orton setting it up one more time. RKO to Bobby Lashley. What is going on? Are we still going to see a cash-in? That's a big question in this particular moment. Sammy, I see that you're not out here on the floor anymore, and good for you. As you can see, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, one of the most dangerous superstars that can pick you apart, and you saw what he did just to you. And I could have cashed in, but luckily I dealt with Bobby Lashley, and it seems like it might be something I might have to deal with in the near future when I do have to cash in this Money in the Bank briefcase. I wasn't going to sit there in the back and allow Bobby Lashley to do any more damage to Sami Zayn. We all know it's going to be inevitable that Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn face off at Extreme Rules, and preferably probably an Extreme Rules matchup. It's bound to happen in 3 weeks' time. But Bobby Lashley, you don't need to do all this extracurricular stuff to beat down Sami Zayn. So Lashley, I'm going to throw this idea out to you. Next week, we have a 6-man tag. Myself, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens take on yourself and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag. We'll see you next week, Lashley. Good luck to ya.